Remember that face?
Yeah, boot out of fucking nowhere. That was
out
weird.
of nowhere, just flew and just hit him. I'm like, fuck.
See, he was irritated enough to annoy spirits. So even the spirits didn't like him and throwing shit at him.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. But when I was a kid, I remember when I was a kid that one time in my room, I was laying down, I was asleep. Everything felt fine. And then all of a sudden my bed would shake. You know, back then, you know, in the 80s, I mean, I lived in the Heights nearby the base, and then, you know, shit was kind of weird over there. And,
a lot of history on McClellan.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of weird shit was going on there, and man, we just had a lot of spirits running in and out, slamming doors, throwing shit, you know, pounding the walls, you know, just weird shit, man. I mean, I don't know where to go, but I just seen a lot of weird shit in my life. So
Broadway, do you believe in demons?
Yeah, I believe in angels and demons.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I believe you gotta believe in both, good and bad. So yeah, I believe in all that. It's like UFOs and all that. I've seen all that. I've been up there. I know one day we'll talk about it, but I've been up there before, so I know everything. I mean, there's a lot of shit, but one of these days I'll open up and I'll talk about it. But right now, it's not a time. But later on, I will open up and I will tell my story of what happened to me.
Now's the perfect time, man. We're talking about
demons. Well, yeah, but it's a long story, and I don't want to get into it. But
we'll save it for a UFO episode.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. We're going to be here for a long time, so we'll get all the stories. Sir Tristan Macy, do you have any demonic stories? Have you ever encountered... Get that thing out of my face. But anyway, you got any demonic stories or anything? Or have you ever encountered a demon?
Rick Young. That's a hellboy.
I'm touching it. No. You know, this is debatable that I should say this because, this is on Roku already? Yeah?
Yeah, it's live on Roku.
Here we go. Alright, well, the most demonic thing that I've experienced was, what age? I think it might have been like 18, 19. And it was like the dead of winter, snow outside, like real beautiful outside. I went over to my girlfriend's house. I think I just surprised her with flowers and everything, you know. We got busy, and then after, she started talking, and it wasn't her. And she was saying, like, the blood, it just runs down. It's everywhere. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, blood? Like, I didn't do it. You know what I mean? I was just like,
did you get her stoned or what?
And so, like, she's just staring at me, talking to me, and I was just kind of like, I'm gonna leave. And, like, I don't think we spoke ever again, but, like, it's like she got possessed. It was very, very awkward. It was like, another person was there. I felt like maybe it was a three-way. But yeah, it was crazy, because, like, it was like a person just completely changed in front of me. And I had it was just like that, right when I was right there. Yeah.
That's the exact sound it made, huh?
Yeah. That's it for me.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to go to Sir Terry the Taint Butt Pirate. Okay, Terry, you get the penis. Okay, have you ever... You were waiting for that, huh? Okay, have you ever encountered a demon or had any kind of demonic thing happen to you, or have you ever been possessed, or you tell me?
When I was younger, I would have constant nightmares, you know. I would end up sleeping with my grandparents practically every night. Graphic, demonic-looking creatures. No explanation to what they really look like. Not human at all, but no faces whatsoever.
Question.
They were just evil.
You were sleeping with your grandparents? When you woke up with your butthole sore?
Because I'd be terrified of sleeping alone in my room.
Terry,
That's interesting.
yeah.
Continue.
Terry, you got something in your ear.
Yeah, I feel a little something in here, bud.
There's something in your ear. I don't know what it is. Hey, you know? Okay, before we move on to Amy, okay, I'll tell you another one. Okay, we get to this house, and it's supposed to be a demonic thing going on over there. We get over to this house, and his sister and brother, they actually live together. This happened in Citrus Heights. And this guy, and this is no kidding, his sister brings us into the house. She goes, my brother's possessed. He's in the bedroom. Go in the bedroom. He needs to be baptized and everything else. I walk into the bedroom, and the guy is throwing shit, his own shit, on the wall.
Ooh, monkey throw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy Allen's dad.
And he was saying that he was seeing demonic faces in the carpet, in the stucco of the wall, and in his own shit as it splatters against the wall. And a lot of these demonic cases, I'm telling you, it's a mental thing. I have never seen anybody walk like a spider up on the ceiling or anything like that. But I actually had a demonic case, and the person is here right now. And that person is William Steele. No, I'm just kidding, William. It wasn't you. It was Amy Miller. Amy Miller. But Amy Miller, she had something going on. It's not hers wasn't a mental thing, but go ahead, Amy, and tell your story.
I lost my son and brother in an auto accident. I chose to turn to a medium for answers, and after doing that, I started seeing things. And I was just told that that medium did not close the doorway. But then I decided to take classes to open myself up to this stuff, which I was successful at it. I just don't do readings yet. But now, one of the things that, scared me, and this was around the time that Paul came to help me, I was in the shower, and I could see a male and a woman standing on each side of me. Like, the one was, and I do believe these were probably people I knew, because it looked like them, but the guy was standing over me with he had no shirt on, just in jeans, and I do believe it was a kid that had hung himself. And then the woman, she looks like somebody that I know, but I remember just them standing over me and looking at me, and it's something their look in their face like they were going to hurt me. And I remember screaming inside my head like, somebody please come help me. And all of a sudden I see this spirit come through my door, and it looked like my grandfather coming to help me. But now, that was one of the things that did scare me. But now, possession. I have felt possession. Even last night, every night I feel like these spirits want to mess with me. And a lot of it they're mostly family, and I do believe that 100%. I think they get agitated with me because I won't listen to them on certain things. They're not going to control my life. So they will make me speak, but they'll do it when I'm laying down to go to sleep. And I'll all of a sudden be saying something. I'm like, what the hell? Why are they, what am I being punished for? Which I know what I'm being punished for now. But, it's still a scary thing sometimes because of the unknown. I'm still very new to all this. I've only been open for 2 years. So I would hate for somebody to be laying next to me and then them possess me. And what am I going to do to that person? Because if it's my choice of who I've dated at that moment, maybe they're punishing me. Well, I know it's that. Or at one time I was taking pills, and they didn't like that. So, but but now I've seen some scary things. Like, I never knew what an imp was, and I remember
It's called Terry
in
the
my
Tank.
downstairs area, I seen in my curtain, it looked like a little kid, like a toddler, but it had wings and a tail, and I just remember seeing this guy. He would not take his eyes off that child, and I was interacting with it, grabbing at it, and I found out later on that they do that because they can attach themselves to you all. I have attachments no matter what. Paul has tried to help me with this, but a lot of it is my mother and my son and my brother and grandma, people like that are doing this to me. And it's to get me to change my ways in life, which I have, but I still don't want to listen to everything they have to say.
Well, when you're the medium for the sanitarium, that's things you're going to have to put up with.
And that's,
I know. I can handle it, trust me.
and that's when Amy contacted her friendly neighborhood demon warrior right here.
Right.
The demon
There's a warrior next to you.
Went across.
It was me who contacted you, and you came straight to my home, and I am very thankful of that, Paul, because you have been a huge part for me and things, and he did do a Roman Catholic baptism in my house and a full submersion.
That's when he talked you into the hot tub, right?
Yeah.
So when you were wearing the mask, did he show up with the mask on?
No. Maybe you should have.
Hey, you see what's on my shelf, my bookshelf over there?
That's for later, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Increased his eyes.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you another demon story. Okay, we went to Berkeley. Okay, another.
Because William's next.
Oh, William, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You might have known I knew Robert Durst, right, the wealthiest serial killer in American history, and I forgot a story. He was I wrote this book about him, right, and he was actually getting high in my house, and he killed a dog. He cut a dog up, and he was in a green dress when I got home. And when I went in the bedroom, I thought he killed somebody in my house. So I held him at gunpoint, and he looked possessed. He looked completely possessed. If you ever seen him when he went to trial in Los Angeles, I think Robert Burke might have been possessed.
You know, I think a lot of prisoners who commit hideous crimes are possessed.
A lot of what?
I think a lot of prisoners, a lot of those convicts out there who have done hideous crimes are most likely possessed by some kind of demonic force. Hey, get that thing out of.
You got to cradle the balls, Paul. Now those are my eyes, but if you look at Robert Durst, he has what they call serial killer eyes, the small, beady eyes close together.
Yeah.
So when I was in prison, Nancy Grace, right here, she covered this book on her podcast, and there was so much talk about it. Is Robert Durst possessed? Because speculation is, and I've seen some facts that he killed a lot of people besides what he was charged with.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
William, be careful because that thing was getting kind of close to you. Okay, that's crazy. I'll tell you another demonic story. Okay, we went to this other house. It was in Del Paso Heights. You guys are familiar with that area because most people are possessed at Del Paso. But we went to this. The house was demonic. Anyway, the lady, her roommate, she goes, he's in the bedroom, he's waiting for you. He takes a flashlight and he goes, watch this. And he turns it on and starts hitting the light against the wall over and over and over again. And he was saying the demon was coming out of the flashlight. And he kept on doing it where he was profusely just sweating all over. That he was doing it that much, and I said, I think it's time for us to get out of here, because he had a really big flashlight, and I think he could have probably hurt one of us. He was that crazy.
Now, by flashlight, do you mean penis?
No. Broadway. Any other stories about demons?
No, not at this time, man. I can't think of one right now.
Okay. Leatherface. The penis goes to you. Okay, the penis goes to you. Tell us a good demonic story. I know you've already experienced a lot of things. You got
my
all
first
those.
marriage. We go into my first marriage. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I mean, well, you went to, here we are at the Sanitarium, but you went to a crazy, insane asylum in Sonoma, and you got all these crazy EVPs out in the basement. You remember that?
I've never heard any sound like that.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if that was just demonic or just straight full lake of hell. I mean, that was some weird.
I think
that was a weird sound.
You walked into the gateway to hell when you went to that asylum.
And it sure looked like it, man. I remember everybody left, and we went in a little side entrance and went down underneath the building and back up into the basement. And we saw the room where the cremation room, and yeah, that was some creepy.
But
shit,
it was weird. Like you feel the outside of it. It was like certain spots was hot and certain spots was like cold and shit.
Probably radiation.
I mean, the shit was kind of weird right there. That was a weird spot.
That was the survivors of that Philadelphia experiment, whatever that was.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The survivors.
Radiation up in that shit.
Yeah, the survivors of the Philadelphia experiment supposedly stayed at that insane asylum for the criminally insane in Sonoma.
So they shipped them from Philadelphia all the way to California to hold them?
That's what the story is.
Probably because the military was close at hand.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of asylums on the East Coast that have to California.
Here you go, Phil.
Oh.
What do you say, Phil?
I think there's enough insane asylums to there's gotta be enough to not have to ship those motherfuckers all the way to California.
Oh my God.
It's like a big old corn on the cob, eh, Tristan?
What are you talking about? I can't see anything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is what Paul was doing while he was talking. He's giving ass moon kisses.
Okay, I got another demon story. I'm telling you my worst demon stories, okay? So, in this case, we're good. It happened in Berkeley, okay? It was a couple. They said that they're demon possessed and they needed help. So we get over there, and I had my investigators with me, and it comes to find out they're hoarders. They had shit all over their house. It was like a maze, and you had to walk like in between all this garbage to get to one point to another point.
So,
A total hoarder.
like San Francisco.
Yeah. So anyway, they actually took out their toilets out of their bathrooms and placed them in the garage. And in one corner of the garage, the husband and the wife were taking shits in the corner of the garage. And a night out for them is for them to go to the gas station and take a crap. And I swear. And
that sounds like Telly right there.
Oh my God.
Hot Carl. Time for a hot Carl.
And I mean, we were so shocked. We just kind of stared at each other, and then we said, "Let's get the F out of here," and we took off. There's no help for those type of people. They had crap.
Hey Paul.
Yeah.
Where's the weirdest place you took a shit?
Oh God.
I was going to ask him, how many calls have you been on that involved shit? Because you just mentioned two of them just in the past few minutes.
Those are my two shit cases.
Hey Paul, this is funny. So back in the day, when I was doing the investigations, the residential, like Paul made a rule that I can't shit while I'm there. each time we go to investigation, I'll just fucking blow up that bathroom. Like, this might there's a poltergeist there. I'll create the effect.
Oh my.
He did
If I'll